Welcome to a journey through time, a journey into the heart of the ancient world, into the rise of the Roman Empire. Close your eyes. Let the weight of the day slowly melt away. Breathe in deeply, and as you breathe out, allow yourself to drift into the calm rhythm of history. More than 2,000 years ago, on the banks of the river Tiber, a small settlement began to grow, humble, fragile, yet filled with destiny. This was Rome, a cluster of huts. On 7 small hills, she did not yet look like an empire. She was simply a beginning. The Romans believed their city was blessed by the gods. They told a story of twin brothers, Romulus and Remus, children left to die, yet saved by a she-wolf. Romulus became the founder, and from his name, Rome was born. As you listen to this story, let your body grow heavy, like stone walls. Resting after centuries, let your thoughts drift slowly, like the river Tiber at twilight. In its early years, Rome was ruled by kings, one after another. Each king added new walls, new temples, new traditions. But the Romans were restless. They longed for freedom. So they cast out their last king and formed a republic, a new system, where power rested not with one man, but with the people and their Senate. The Senate met in great halls, stone pillars rising into the sky. Candles flickered against the marble. Echoes of voices filled the chamber. They debated. They argued. But they believed Rome was different. The Republic grew stronger. It conquered neighbors, village after village, until all of Italy was under Rome's hand. Imagine the roads they built, long straight lines of stone, stretching across valleys and hills, legion after legion, marching in perfect order, shields gleaming, sandals striking the ground. And yet, this was only the beginning. Rome was not yet the empire we remember. She was young, eager, unstoppable. As you hear these words, let your breath slow down. Inhale, like the rising of the sun over the forum. Exhale, like shadows stretching across the Colosseum. The Romans believed in discipline, in patience, and in destiny. They believed their city was eternal, and perhaps, in some way, it still is. The Republic was strong, but strength often brings new challenges. Beyond the seas, across the blue waves of the Mediterranean, lay Carthage, a city of traders, sailors, and warriors, a rival rising in power, just as Rome was. For years, Rome and Carthage struggled, battles on land, battles on water, shadows of fire against the horizon. The greatest of Carthage's warriors was Hannibal, a general of cunning and courage. He crossed the Alps with elephants at his side, snow falling, hooves striking stone. The Romans trembled. But Rome endured. Rome always endured. They fought battle after battle, until finally, Carthage was broken. The Republic ruled the seas. As you listen, let the story flow like waves. Inhale deeply and exhale slowly. Feel your breath, steady and calm, like the endless tides of the Mediterranean. With victory came wealth, gold from distant lands, spices carried by merchants, slaves brought in chains, and Rome grew ever larger. The streets bustled with voices, merchants shouting, children laughing, soldiers marching in lines, temples gleamed in the sunlight, and fountains splashed cool water into marble basins. But wealth also brought division. The rich grew richer. The poor struggled. And the balance of Rome began to shift. In the Senate, voices clashed. Some spoke for the people, others for power. The chamber echoed with arguments, and the Republic began to tremble. Imagine yourself walking those ancient streets, stone beneath your feet, torches flickering against the walls, the air heavy with incense, and smoke from hearths. You wander slowly through a city on the edge of change. For soon Rome would not be ruled by the Senate. Soon men would rise above the laws, and the Republic would fade. Yet tonight, as you rest, let the story move gently, like a candle's flame, swaying in the still air. Breathe deeply, and let the past carry you further into dreams. Rome was powerful, but power attracts ambition. Amid the crowds, amid the marching soldiers, amid the endless debates of the Senate, there rose a man unlike any other. His name was Julius Caesar, a soldier, a statesman, a visionary. His eyes burned with purpose. His words carried the weight of destiny. He marched with his legions into the wild lands of Gaul. Forests stretched like shadows. Rivers thundered. Mountains pierced the sky. For years, Caesar fought, battle after battle, village after village, until Gaul was Rome's. The legions returned with riches and with loyalty. But the Senate grew afraid. Too much power in the hands of one man could unravel the Republic. Still, Caesar marched on. His soldiers followed him. Across the Rubicon River, that single step changed history forever. Rome trembled. The Republic shook. Civil war had begun. Close your eyes and imagine the streets of Rome at night. Torches flicker against marble walls. Horses thunder through the Forum. Whispers of fear echo in every corner. The people looked to Caesar to restore order, to give Rome strength, and so they made him dictator for life. For a moment, Rome seemed united. The people cheered his name. Statues rose in his honor. The city bathed in celebration. But in the shadows, in secret chambers, the Senate plotted. They whispered of freedom, of saving the Republic from the hands of one man. On the Ides of March, in the Senate House, the air was heavy. With silence, Caesar entered. cloaked in confidence, but he was surrounded. Blades flashed, and history shifted. Julius Caesar was gone. The Republic rejoiced, yet trembled. For in killing Caesar, they had opened the gates to something even greater. The world slowed. The Senate weakened, and new men rose to power. Octavian, Mark Antony, Cleopatra's whispers in the east. Rome became a storm. Winds of ambition clashing. Again and again. At last, Octavian emerged, young, patient, calculating. He promised peace. He promised stability. And Rome, weary of war, placed its hope in him. The Senate gave him a title, Augustus, the first emperor of Rome. And with Augustus, the Roman Empire was born. Imagine it. Marble roads stretching to the horizon, amphitheaters alive with voices, aqueducts carrying rivers through the air, and legions marching across 3 continents. The city of Rome glittered, its heart beat with power, and the empire seemed eternal. As you listen, let your breath deepen. Inhale the rise of greatness. Exhale the peace of stillness. Let your body grow heavy, like stone columns beneath the stars. And know that even as empires rise and empires fall, the story of Rome lives on within you. Augustus sat upon his throne. The wars were over. The storms had passed, and at last, Rome found peace. This time of calm, of order, of prosperity was known as the Pax Romana, the Roman peace. It lasted for centuries. Imagine the streets of Rome. Wide stone roads lined with markets, merchants calling softly, children playing in courtyards, the scent of fresh bread drifting from bakeries. In the distance, you hear the hum of fountains, water flowing through aqueducts, arch after arch, carrying rivers across valleys. Rome was alive. The people believed. They were part of something eternal. A city chosen by the gods, a people destined to rule. Close your eyes and see the Colosseum, its massive walls stretching toward the sky, stone arches glowing in the sunlight, crowds gathering, thousands of voices murmuring. Inside, the arena waits. The roar of lions echoes. The sand shimmers. Gladiators stand ready, their armor gleaming, The emperor lifts his hand, and silence falls. The games begin, the clash of steel, the thunder of footsteps, the cries of the crowd, all weaving into a symphony of power and spectacle. Yet beyond the noise, Rome still breathed with peace. Far from the Colosseum, families gathered for meals, philosophers spoke beneath shaded porches, poets wrote verses about love, about time, about destiny. Night fell gently over the city. Oil lamps flickered in windows. The Tiber reflected the stars, and a hush spread across Rome. Picture yourself there, walking slowly through marble streets, the air warm, the night quiet, every step steady, every breath calm. Rome was more than battles. It was art. It was beauty. It was the slow rhythm of daily life. In villas by the sea, the wealthy reclined in gardens. They sipped wine beneath olive trees. They listened to music, soft flutes, gentle lyres, a lullaby carried by the breeze. Even the humblest homes felt the touch of Rome's greatness, a clay lamp glowing on the table, fresh bread shared among friends, stories told by firelight, laughter echoing into the night. The Pax Romana was an age of building. Temples rose with golden roofs. Statues stood tall, carved with perfect detail. Bridges reached across rivers. Roads led to faraway lands. Rome connected the world, from the deserts of Egypt to the forests of Germania, from the mountains of Spain to the distant shores of Britannia. Everywhere, the eagle of Rome spread its wings. Everywhere, the name of Rome was spoken. And yet, as you drift deeper into rest, remember, even in the greatest of empires, life was lived one breath at a time, one quiet evening, one peaceful night. So, breathe with Rome. Inhale the stillness of marble courtyards. Exhale the hush of starlit skies. Let your body soften. Let your thoughts drift. For tonight, as the city of Rome sleeps, so too may you. The Roman Empire now stood at its height, From the sands of Africa to the mountains of Gaul, from the islands of Britannia to the deserts of the East, all was Rome. Imagine the vast horizon, legions marching beneath banners of crimson and gold. The eagle of Rome carried high, a symbol of strength, of unity, of destiny. But not all of Rome was war. Most of Rome was peace. Peaceful fields, golden with wheat, vineyards heavy with grapes, olive groves whispering in the wind. Picture yourself walking along a Roman road, smooth stones beneath your feet, stretching endlessly into the horizon, each step steady, each breath calm. Along the roadside, you see farmers tending to their fields, children laughing in the distance, a shepherd guiding his flock across rolling hills. Life. Simple, steady, eternal. In the great city of Rome itself, life moved with rhythm, the hum of markets, the ringing of blacksmiths at work, the scent of herbs and spices drifting through the air. Merchants sold silks from the east, amber from the north, spices from distant lands. Rome was a city where the world came together. Step now into a Roman bathhouse. Marble walls glowing with lantern light. The soft sound of water echoing. Steam rising into the air. Men and women speaking in quiet tones. Philosophers discussing ideas. Friends sharing laughter. The water is warm. The air is gentle. The atmosphere timeless. Outside, in shaded gardens, philosophers sit beneath olive trees. They read scrolls by candlelight. They speak of honor, of justice, of destiny. Their words flow like rivers, soft, unhurried, eternal. Imagine the poets too, whispering verses into the night, lines of love, of longing, of beauty, words drifting like music across the marble courtyards. As you listen, your own breathing slows, your body feels heavier, softer, calmer, like stone that has rested for centuries. The Colosseum still stands tall, but in the quiet of night, it is empty, the crowds gone, the sand untouched, the silence deep. The Forum, too, rests in shadow, columns reaching into the starlit sky, steps worn smooth by centuries of footsteps, but now silent, now at peace. This was Rome's greatness, not only in battle, not only in conquest, but in its moments of stillness, in its temples, its gardens, its homes. Close your eyes tighter now. See the flicker of oil lamps in Roman homes, families gathered, whispering stories to children, bread shared, prayers offered to household gods, the night wrapping them in comfort. Breathe deeply with them. Inhale the scent of bread and smoke. Exhale the quiet of Roman evenings. Steady, calm, safe. Rome was eternal because it was human, because it was made of lives lived slowly, moments cherished, memories held like treasures. And now, as you drift deeper, let yourself feel the eternal rhythm of Rome. Slow, steady, endless. Inhale, as though you stand upon the steps of a temple at dawn. Exhale, as though you sit by the Tiber at dusk. The rise and fall of your breath is the rise and fall of empires. The stars shine above Rome, the city rests, and so may you. Tonight, you walk not through history, you walk through dreams. And as the empire of Rome closes its eyes, so too do you. Sleep now, peacefully, eternally. The Roman Empire had many faces, grand temples and soaring arches, bustling markets filled with voices, and yet most of Rome was quiet. Most of Rome was simple. Most of Rome was the life of ordinary people. Imagine a quiet Roman village, stone cottages lined along a narrow road, smoke curling gently from chimneys, the soft clatter of pottery, the scent of bread baking in clay ovens. Children chase each other in the fields, their laughter floating in the evening air. Farmers return home, weary from the day, but content, their hands rough with work, their hearts steady with rhythm. Seasons came and went across Rome. In spring, blossoms covered the hillsides, White petals fell like snow upon the roads. Streams ran clear and cold. The fields awoke. In summer, the air grew warm. Cicadas sang their endless song. Vineyards glowed green and heavy with grapes. Olive groves shimmered under the sun. The Tiber glistened like gold. Autumn brought harvest. Golden wheat cut and gathered. Markets filled with baskets of figs and apples. Families worked together, singing songs that echoed through the valleys. And then winter came. Snow touched the mountains. The air grew crisp. Fires burned bright in Roman homes. Families gathered close, telling stories, whispering prayers to the gods for protection. Each season passed. Each year flowed like the Tiber, and Rome endured. Step into a Roman home at night. Oil lamps flicker, casting golden light upon the walls. The air is warm, filled with the smell of bread and herbs. Children lie upon woven mats. Parents tell them stories of heroes and gods, of Romulus and Remus, of Jupiter and Mars, of courage, destiny, and love. Outside, the streets grow quiet. Shadows lengthen. The marketplace falls into silence. Only the distant sound of a fountain remains, dripping softly, steadily, endlessly. Walk with me now through the Roman Forum. At night, the marble columns stand tall, glowing beneath the moon, steps worn smooth by centuries of feet, but now silent, now resting. The statues of gods look down, their stone faces calm, unchanging. The wind moves gently between them, carrying whispers of the past and promises of tomorrow. The Colosseum, empty and vast, the sand floor still, the great arches casting shadows under starlight. Once it roared with voices. Now, it breathes only silence, and in that silence, there is peace. Beyond the city, the countryside stretches wide and calm. Olive trees sway in the breeze. The scent of rosemary drifts across the hills. A shepherd sings softly to his flock, a song passed down for generations. The night grows deeper, candles burn low, the stars shine brighter, the moon rises high over the empire. And in these quiet hours, philosophers sit awake, in small courtyards, in libraries lit by oil lamps. They read scrolls by soft light. They write of virtue, of justice, of the eternal. One writes of patience, another of courage, another whispers that life is but a dream, and their voices join together. Calm, thoughtful, unhurried, like waves upon a shore. Close your eyes tighter now. Hear their voices, fading into the night. Let your breath fall in rhythm. Inhale, as though you breathe the wisdom of ages. Exhale, as though you release the burdens of the day. Rome was strong because its people believed in rhythm, the rhythm of work, the rhythm of seasons, the rhythm of life itself. And you, as you listen now, you too fall into that rhythm. Picture the vast empire under one single sky, from desert sands to mountain peaks, from stormy seas to quiet valleys, all sleeping, all resting, all calm. The empire dreams tonight, and you dream with it. As the stars move slowly above Rome, your body grows still, your mind grows quiet, your heart slows, steady, calm. Sleep now, as Rome sleeps, peacefully, eternally. The night deepens, and the Roman Empire breathes in silence. Streets once filled with merchants and voices now lie quiet beneath the stars. The flicker of lanterns fades, and only the moon keeps watch. Walk with me once more through the heart of Rome. The marble stones are cool beneath your feet. The arches rise above you, like gateways into dreams. Each step echoes softly, but no one answers. The city rests, the empire sleeps. In the shadow of tall columns, a cat moves silently across the forum, its paws gentle on the stone. The sound of water drips from a fountain, soft, steady, like the heartbeat of the city. The temples, too, grow still, once filled with voices of prayer and ritual. Now only the soft breath of night fills their halls. The statues of the gods stand tall. Their stone eyes look upward to the stars, and the stars shine down in return. Beyond the temples, in quiet neighborhoods, life flows in softer tones. Families gather in courtyards, the air heavy with the smell of bread and herbs. Children curl up beside their mothers. Fathers speak in hushed voices, telling stories of Rome's beginnings. They speak of Romulus, of Remus, of the she-wolf who saved them. They speak of heroes and gods, of storms conquered, of mountains crossed. And as they speak, the children drift into dreams, dreams filled with marble halls and golden eagles. Step further into the city. A baker finishes his final loaves. the scent drifting out into the narrow streets. A blacksmith's forge cools, the last embers glow red, before fading into silence. In a villa on the hillside, wealthy families recline in gardens. Lanterns flicker upon marble fountains. Musicians play the soft notes of a lyre. The strings hum gently, like whispers in the dark. Wine glimmers in bronze cups. Laughter fades into the night. But even in their wealth, they too seek rest, for the night is not for gold, nor for battle, but for silence, for dreams. Now imagine the countryside beyond the walls. The fields stretch wide beneath the moonlight. Wheat sways gently in the night breeze. Olive trees stand like watchful guardians. The sound of crickets fills the silence. A shepherd hums softly, guiding his flock beneath the stars. Farther still, in mountain villages, snow touches the peaks. The air is crisp, pure, still. Fires burn within stone houses. Smoke drifts lazily into the night sky. The mountains, like Rome itself, seem eternal. Pause with me now and look upward. See the sky above Rome, vast, endless, eternal. The same sky that looked upon the empire looks upon you tonight. The stars move slowly, their light crossing centuries, their glow touching marble and stone, their rhythm steady, like your breath. Inhale, feel the rise of an empire. Exhale, feel its calm, its stillness, its peace. Rome was built upon discipline, upon patience, upon endurance, and those same rhythms live in you now. The rhythm of your breath, the rhythm of your heart, the rhythm of time itself. Let us walk now to the great libraries of Rome. Scrolls line the shelves. The scent of parchment fills the air. Scholars whisper to one another. They read by candlelight, their voices soft, their words eternal. They speak of justice, they speak of honor, they speak of the eternal nature of the soul. One philosopher writes slowly. He dips his quill into ink. He pauses. He thinks, and then he writes again. His thoughts, patient, measured, timeless. In gardens, poets recite verses, soft voices carried by the night air. Words of longing, of love, of beauty. The rhythm of poetry, like the rhythm of your breath. Each line a gentle wave, rising, falling, calm. Beyond the poets, the soldiers rest, their shields set aside, their swords laid down, their sandals untied. They too dream, they too seek peace, for even empires must sleep. Picture them now. Rows of tents beneath the stars, fires burning low, legions breathing slowly in unison. The night carries their dreams, dreams of home, dreams of peace, dreams of Rome eternal. And as the empire sleeps, so too must you, for you are part of this story now. You walk its roads, you rest in its courtyards, you breathe beneath its stars. Let your body grow heavier, like marble, still and calm. Let your thoughts drift away, like the Tiber, flowing gently into the sea. The empire rests, the gods rest, the people rest, and now, so do you. Sleep now, beneath the eternal sky of Rome, peacefully, deeply, eternally. The empire is quiet now, the streets of Rome silent, the fountains still, the people asleep, and you are part of this stillness. Breathe in slowly. Feel the air of Rome fill your lungs. Breathe out gently. Let go of every thought. The marble beneath you grows softer. The night sky above you feels closer. The stars shine gently. Like candles in the darkness, each star a guardian, each star a dream. Inhale once more. Calm, steady, timeless. Exhale and drift deeper. The Tiber River flows softly nearby, its waters endless, eternal. Each ripple carries away your worries. Each wave leads you toward peace. Imagine now, you are lying within a Roman garden. Olive trees shade your body. A soft breeze moves through the leaves. The fragrance of roses lingers in the air. Lanterns glow faintly, but soon fade into the dark, and you fade with them. Your body grows heavier. Your mind grows lighter. The rhythm of Rome becomes your rhythm, eternal, steady, calm. Above you, the constellations form their stories. Heroes, gods, dreamers, all watching over you as you sleep. Sleep is the empire within you, boundless, unshaken, peaceful. And now, you enter it fully. Your breath slows, your thoughts dissolve, the night embraces you, Rome embraces you. You are safe, you are calm, you are eternal. Now sleep. Sleep deeply, sleep peacefully, beneath the eternal Roman sky. The story ends. The dream begins.